We're live. Okay. Everything looks good to go. Whoops. Start a new game all the way at the beginning? Right when we're about to finish this? I don't think so.
Sup?
Hey Nilavani. How are you doing? So what's your opinion about me fighting with that inbred hick on Twitter? What's your assessment of that situation? Should tell Countess Bruma that Martin will meet with her in the Chapel of Talos. Okay. Let me see where that is. Oh, there it is. Let's walk there. We got time. We got time to take a little stroll. Doing pretty good. Wait a minute, wrong way. What's this crystal doing here? Oh, that's the crystal we found.
Sir.
He... I don't think I don't think he's a Democrat, no. I think he claims he used to be a Democrat. Hey, X-Infected. Look who it is! It's X-Infected. How you doing? I think he's a Trump supporter. He claims he used to be a Democrat, but that's probably back when the Democrats were racist, and then once Obama got elected, clearly, you know, he had a big problem with Obama being the first black president because he's a racist piece of shit, so that's when he turned to the Republican side, which is the racist party. Here we are. Yeah, I think he was definitely Trump supporter. I didn't look too closely at his Twitter because it would be a complete waste of time. What am I doing? I'm going here. Like, it was amazingly stupid because he kept on insisting that Biden's mistake, which Biden admitted was a gaffe, was a true statement. But it presupposes that poor people aren't white. And it presupposes that white people are superior. You know, that there's all these presuppositions. Like, it's patently ridiculous. And like, instead of arguing the details with this idiot, I just wanted to see where he would go with it when confronted on proving his logic. And of course, he couldn't prove it. Like, whenever you ask them a question, their go-to response is always to answer the question with a question. Because they want to shift the burden of proof. They want to put it on you to make their argument for them. That's the oldest trick in the racist handbook. They constantly deflect and get the opponent, the anti-racist, to make their point for them so that they can plausibly deny the implications of their racist behavior, of their racist statements. They always allude, like when he was saying it's a true statement. What's the allusion? It's alluding to the supposition that white people aren't poor and that black people are poor. But of course, they're cowards, so they don't want to say that. They just want to allude to it. They never want to back up their statements. They never want to actually construct a syllogism. I'd be shocked if he actually knew what a syllogism was before I even said. I'm sure he Googled it after I told him to construct it. He probably quickly Googled it and checked it out on Wikipedia, and it was like, oh, is this what a syllogism? Is this what a jism is? But he wouldn't be able to construct it, even if he wanted to. My favorite part was when he said, can't or won't. And then I was like, yeah, you can't. You couldn't even construct it, even if you tried. Is this her?
It's a greetings. A desperate plan indeed. This prince? Emperor? Martin would risk my whole city to gain a great sigil stone? This is the only way to stop this invasion from Oblivion? I must confess, you are the first person to speak of victory against these Daedra. This war has seemed hopeless to me. But what else was there to do but hold on and wait for a hero to arise to save us? And now it seems there is an heir to the throne after all, hidden at Cloud Ruler Temple. And perhaps a hero as well?
Well, it's interesting, I when I was trolling that piece of shit, I actually thought to myself, what would a syllogism like that look like? How would it actually be formed? So the structure of a syllogism is you have two premises and then you have a conclusion. So the first premise might look something like so what is he trying to prove? See, that's the confusing thing. He's trying to prove that poor people are just as smart as white people. And it's just like there's so many assumptions there already. You're assuming that poor people are different from white people. So I don't even know how you approach that. It just ends up being a confusing mess because it presupposes that they are mutually exclusive, and they're not. He's such a fucking idiot, but to actually make that intellectual argument to say that they are not actually mutually exclusive, I feel is it's such a waste of time. It makes more sense to just let them hang themselves on with their own rope. Absolutely. Didn't you say you were once poor, Nilavani? I think you said you're one of those poor white people. Probably not anymore. I hope not.
You avoid answering my question. Very well. Don't think I doubt you. The rulers of Bruma have long had dealings with Cloud Ruler Temple. We know whom they serve. I will meet Martin at the chapel. When all is ready, I will order my men to stop closing the gates and prepare for battle.
Okay. So we just need to follow her. You're tired, ex-infected? I feel your pain. What is it saying we gotta do? Yeah, I guess we just follow.
I can't wait to get back to Skin.
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
Lived in some pretty shitty areas, yeah.
The attack will come soon,
Well, I'm
sir.
glad you're out of that rut.
The Order have powerful wizards. Could be a dangerous situation.
I don't know you, and I
Good
don't
day.
care to know you.
Good evening. I understand the Fighters Guild is hiring new members. Not bad work for
You know.
some folks. Goodbye. Go on. My pleasure. What's the news from the
What's the news?
But yeah, that guy.
parts of Tamriel? I understand.
It's
They say syndicates
like
of
I
wizards
wonder like
that a
what
boycott
is even
the
the
Guild
intent
route
of what
on
that
land
hick
of
was trying to do with that tweet, like saying it's a true statement. Like, was he just trying to be a smartass? Was he trying to be a troll? Because that's also possible. That he's trying to be a troll. One that I hadn't considered before. But, like, when you make a statement like that, I'm just wondering, like, can someone be that stupid? Be that exquisitely stupid? I don't know. It's hard to say, you know, like, it's Poe's law. You can't differentiate a
Highness,
troll
I am
from
Lorena Carvain, Countess of Bruma, at your
from
service.
someone being genuine.
There is no need for any formality at this time. I am not Emperor yet, and I am quite new to this notion of being heir to the throne. Thank you for coming. I know I am asking for a great deal of trust.
Could be,
This
yeah,
is
it
the
could be a
only way.
troll.
I would not suggest it otherwise.
Would have to check the other
Your
tweets
champion
that
has already explained the situation
that hick
to me.
made.
I have agreed to it. We will not win this war through caution.
You have a rare gift to know when desperation is the path of wisdom. I will do everything in my power to defend your city, my lady.
If Bruma falls, the Empire falls with us. So be it.
We ready to do it?
You are a diplomat as well as a warrior, it seems. I would prefer more men, of course, but if we must offer battle now, so be it.
Okay. Let the battle begin.
So be it. Bruma's fate is in the hands of the gods now. And yours. Bird, deploy the troops for battle.
As you command, Countess.
Okay, so it's telling us to go out there. Okay, so that's the battleground. We should be able to beat this game tonight. Oh look, this is kind of cool.
Martin!
Huzzah for the Emperor!
Huzzah for the
Martin
Emperor!
Huzzah for the Emperor! Hail Martin Septim!
Martin Septim!
You see that Family Guy episode where Brian made that tweet and SJWs got so butthurt? I have no idea what you're talking about. Look at all these guys. One second. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Alright, once all three are open, Mythic Dawn will open a Great Gate. What's this guy? Like a random militia guy's just
We'll
right here.
stand our ground as long as we
Oh no,
can.
that's him, isn't it? Isn't that Martin? No, that's a random militia guy. Here they are. Hey, here's Bird.
Soldiers of Cyrodiil, the Empire will stand or fall by what we do here today. Will we let the Daedra do to Bruma what they did to Kavach? Will we let them burn our homes? We will let them kill our families? No, we make our stand here today.
Oh, here's the Braveheart-esque speech, battle speech.
Until the hero of Kavach can destroy their great gate, we must kill whatever comes out of that gate. Soldiers of Cyrodiil, do you stand with me?
This is not much of an army. Hold on 1 second.
Here comes another one.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Sorry about all this. It's just like my father seems intent on shoving a Whopper and fries in my face, even though I'm streaming. I appreciate it. I appreciate him getting food for me, but like when I'm streaming, you know, I'm not to be bothered. Let's see. Terrifying presence. So what are we doing? Oh, here we go.
You'll never take me here! Will you fall down and bleed to death? Show me what you've got.
Get sick when you eat junk food. I like junk food. I wasn't planning on eating Burger King today. I was gonna get something later. But my father got me food. I appreciate it. Got a soul? Let's see. Oh, we got 2 of these things. Let's put the Grand Soul in that thing. This one goes in. We'll hold on to that for now. Like Wendy's more than Burger King. You know, we got some coupons for Wendy's. Should probably go there and use some of the... Are these guys gonna do anything? Yeah, join the war. Join the war, dudes. Uh-oh. Shit. Oh, I got stuck somehow. Don't know how. Alright.
Huzzah for the Emperor!
Like their chicken sandwiches. Chicken sandwiches. I don't know if I ever had a chicken sandwich at Wendy's before. Burger King. I like Burger King, but I can get sick of it really easily if I eat it too much. Regular and spicy. Let me guess, you get the regular kind, not the spicy kind. I like spicy. Spicy's good. Make sure I have the right stuff. Usually regular. When you're in like kind of like a daring mood, you have the spicy kind.
Stand or fall by what we do here today. Will we let the Daedra do to Bruma what they did to Kavach? Will we let them burn our homes? Will we let them kill our families? No, we make our stand here today for the whole of Cyrodiil. We must hold fast until the hero of Kavach can destroy their great gate. We must kill whatever comes out of that gate. Soldiers of Cyrodiil, do you stand with me?
Not even that spicy. I guess it's like spicy for people who usually eat at Wendy's. So, not that spicy, I'm assuming. Alright, let's use up one of these things. Actually... Oh yeah, of course. Everyone likes eating junk food. You know, the problem is that it's just... is when you eat too much of it. It's okay to eat it once in a while. The problem is... how do you show restraint? That's hard to do. Got a soul. I'm almost dead already. Let's save. Had KFC just yesterday. Yeah, that's definitely some junk food right there. Too much leads to diabetes. So just like normal bad food can give you diabetes. I know that eating too much sugar can give you diabetes. So just eating like shitty food gives you diabetes as well, huh? Okay, the Great Gate has opened. Where's the Great Gate? Oh, there it is. This is the Great Gate. This is it. There's some kind of siege engine over there. Like, it's kind of weird, you know, like, you don't see a lot of enemies, but this is supposed to be the grand battle. Like, I know why they can't show, like, a ton of enemies. It's because of technological limitations. But I can't help but feel underwhelmed right now. It's like, these are the great defenders of the siege engine. You would think that maybe they might have a few more dudes here. Nilivani, don't you think they should have some more dudes here? 13 minutes, shit. We only have 13 minutes. Maybe we could just run past them, what do you think?
Ah!
Does the switch do anything? Probably just calls the thing. It would be. It's a gameplay thing, but like, I'm talking about it from a realistic point of view. I mean, you might say, well, you know, realism when it comes to Oblivion. But like, if you're gonna have like a giant siege engine, you might want to protect it with more dudes, I think. We don't have a lot of time. This guy's gonna kick my ass. We need these potions of invisibility. Okay, we'll save only in one slot for the most part, because I don't want to fuck myself. That must be it. So what's the objective exactly? Okay, get the sigil stone. Look at that stupid looking thing. So that must be, it must be over there. Let's try run for it. You want to try the running strats, Nilovani? Whoops. Race against time. Let's just try run for it, I guess. Like, if we just try to fight everyone, it's kind of pointless. I'm not even sure where we're running to. Any switches? Here's a switch. I released this guy from his cage. Am I not so magnanimous? What the hell? What happened? What happened? I phased through the ground for some reason. Wow, what kind of fucking glitch is this? It's in the same damn glitch. Like, it glitched through the ground. This is such bullshit. So stupid. Let's try to go through here this time. It looks like it leads to where we were, actually. Nope. Didn't fix them all. It just leads to where we were. This is actually where we were. What do you think? How do we... Uh-oh. Here I go! What do I do with this thing? Like, is this even what I'm supposed to do? I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Not here. Yeah, we need to get the sigil stones. I think we need to go to the bottom here, actually. Maybe. I made it. That's where we gotta go to. Maybe not. Looks like there's a gate. I'm pretty sure you're just supposed to run past the enemies. Okay. There goes the gate. Okay, we're here. We're making pretty good time, too. Let's have a race. Can you imagine if you got that far and didn't have any lockpicks or anything? You'd be so screwed. There it is. Yeah, fighting the enemies is not the way you beat this dungeon. Oh shit. Thank you, Nilabani. What does the Sigil Stone do? If it has good enchantments, maybe I might keep it. I guess it's not here.
We won a great victory here today. We now have the means to recover the Amulet of Kings from Manca Cameron. But we need to act quickly. Cameron will not take long to recognize his danger. Remember, the portal closes behind you. Anything you need, carry it with you. I'll have the ritual ready in the Great Hall when you arrive. Farewell. As a young man, I grew impatient with Mages Guild restrictions, as did many of my fellow apprentices. We threw ourselves into the riddles of Daedric magic. We hungered for forbidden secrets. Knowledge and power were our gods. You can guess the rest. We got in over our heads. People died. My friends died. I've put those days behind me, but the bitter wisdom that one has been a fool is not without value. I have everything necessary for the ritual to use the Xerxes to open a portal to Cameron's paradise. Remember, the portal will close behind you, so you will need to take everything you need.
I got everything I need. Nilavani, we got everything we need, right?
The only way to close all the Oblivion gates forever is for me to relight the dragon fires in the Temple of the One. Our only hope is to recover the Amulet of Kings from Manca Cameron. Farewell, my friend.
We got it. So is this it? Is this the final quest? So he's gonna slowly make his way to where we need to go? What the hell? Great Hall at Cloud Ruler Temple. He's gonna slowly make his way there. That's to the northwest. Well, he's going the wrong way. Where is he going? Guess we can just fast travel there. Hopefully he's back. He's slowly making his way there. Second to last quest? Okay. Anything we need to do before? Because he's taking his sweet time getting here. Wait an hour? Okay.
Congratulations on your... Soldier to soldier.
Okay.
Hail.
I have everything in place for the ritual. I don't know what you'll find in I do know the portal I create through the Mysterium Xerxes ritual will close behind you. You'll have to find another way back. I believe that Manca Cameron acts as the anchor for paradise, just as a sigil stone anchors an Oblivion gate in place. Kill Manca Cameron, and you will unmake his paradise.
Who is
Shall I
Manca
open the
Cameron?
portal to paradise? Are you ready?
Let's
Farewell,
do it.
my friend. Our fate is in your hands. Bring back the Amulet of Kings. Brace yourself.
Is this thing it? Oh, that's the Sigil Stone. Leader of the Mythic Dawn, okay. That's pretty cool. Hey, this place looks pretty nice. I kinda like this place, honestly.
So, the cat's paw of the Septims arrives at last. You didn't think you could take me unawares, here of all places, in the paradise that I created. Look now upon my paradise. Gaia Alata in the old tongue, a vision of the past and the future.
The DLC? Look at this guy. Should we just skip these guys? Let's just skip these guys. Who cares? We're ready for you. We don't need to level up anymore, we're ready.
Behold the savage garden, where my disciples are tempered for a higher destiny, to rule over Tamriel Reborn. If you are truly the hero of destiny, as I hope, the garden will not hold you for long.
We'll have to
Lift
just
your
skip
eyes
everything.
to Kairek Agayalor, my seat at the pinnacle of paradise.
Here I am.
I shall await you there.
Where do I go? It's a nice place. Comes the rest of the D-bags. Put this in my horse. Okay, we leveled up. Wonder if there's a place we can sleep around here. Probably not. Take the frost salts. I don't think I've ever gotten those before. Let's see. Let's take another look around. Hey, look, a dude.
So, you found your way to Gaia Ralata at last. Don't we have enough troubles here without you adding to them? Leave us alone. Your quarrel is with Mankar Cameron, not us poor fools. Gaia Alata is the Master's name for this place. We usually just call it Paradise. This is the Savage Garden. At the top of that mountain lies the Terrace of Dawn, which leads up to Mankar Cameron's palace, Karakagailor. Beneath the mountain lies the Forbidden Grotto, the only way out of the Savage Garden. The only way out of the Savage Garden. Only those wearing the bands of the Chosen may enter the Forbidden Grotto, but they never return, so we don't know what fate awaits them. Only those wearing the bands can enter the Everyone here died in the Master's service. As the Master promised, we are... But our life here is a nightmare. The creatures of the garden torment us endlessly. When they kill us, no one has yet found a way to leave the garden, except those few given the bands of the Chosen and allowed to enter the Forbidden Grotto.
Let's do some persuade.
Go ahead. I won't fight you. Don't waste your... That's just... My life is drab and wretched by comparison. What a dumb joke. That's amazing. That's enough. I don't talk such rot. Not now. That's just not... I won't fight you. That's amazing. I can't argue. Don't try... What a dumb joke. That's just not fun. I salute... You win. Not now, not later, not ever. What nonsense. You think that... I won't fight you.
Hey, he likes us now.
That works for me. Leave me in peace.
The whole, like, persuade minigame thing is, like, it's kind of neat, but so stupid. And just, like, it takes you out of the game so much. This is the most beautiful place. Oh, whoops.
You destroyed the Sigil Tower at Gonona. My kin say you fought well. You speak directly, like one of my people almost. I'm glad I did not kill you immediately. There is but one way out of the garden. I guard that path. You will travel that path, and it will bring me honor to defeat you. But you shamed my kin at Gonona. To bring you into my service, that would also bring me honor. So I offer you a choice. Would you confront me in battle, or offer me service? You are impertinent, mortal. I did not...
Which should we choose, Nilavani? Service sounds like work. I'd rather just kill this guy and move on. You know, why should I do services for this D-bag? Which is, like, easier, would you say? I'm pretty sure I can kill this guy. Choose battle? Yeah, I think it's easier.
Your mind follows the simple path. You will fail, mortal. Go down. Your belly naked.
It's like some kind of persistent flame on me. It's really annoying. this guy's using some... Let me use something. Let me use that. He's dead. Oh no, he was just knocked down, right? Wait, no, he's laying down. He's down. He wasn't so tough after all. Hey, we got the bands. Fuck that guy.
How little you understand. You cannot stop Lord Dagon. The Principality have sparkled as gems in the black reaches.
Is this it? Don't we have to kill that stupid guy?
Of Oblivion since the first morning. Many are their names and the names of their masters. The cold harbor of Meridia, Periite's quagmire, the 10 moon... and Dawn's beauty, the princedom of Lorkhon, misnamed Tamriel by deluded mortals.
Manner. Lord Dagon will soon be able to cross over. The Master's plan will have succeeded.
Do you think we're safe for a few minutes?
What do you want, mortal?
What the hell's up with her face?
You? How can you be here? No matter. You are too late to stop Lord Dagon's victory. Soon we will return to Tamriel to rule over it as lords. While you will remain here in the Eternal Garden forever. Those favored by the Master to wear the Forbidden Grotto is those who earned the Master. We have all died in the Master's service.
Yes, you understand now. Tamriel is just one more Daedric realm of Oblivion, long since lost to its prince when he was betrayed by those that served him. Lord Dagon cannot invade Tamriel, his birthright. He comes to liberate the occupied lands. Ask yourself, how is it that mighty gods die, yet the Daedra stand incorruptible? How is it that the Daedra forthrightly proclaim themselves to man, while the gods cower behind statues and the faithless words of traitor priests? It is simple. They are not gods. The truth has been in front of you since you first were born. The Daedra are the true gods of this universe. Julianos, Dibella, and Stondar are all Lorkhan's betrayers, posing as divinities in the principality that has lost its guiding light. What are scholarship, love, and mercy when compared to fate, night, and destruction? The gods you worship are trifling shadows of first causes. They have tricked you. Why do you think your world has always been contested ground, the arena of powers and immortals? It is Tamriel, the realm of change.
Let's see.
Your fault. false gods could not entirely rewrite history. Thus you remember tales of Lorcan vilified, a dead trickster whose heart came to Tamriel. But if a god can die, how does his heart survive?
Do we have to put on that thing? Where's the thing?
He is Daedroth! Tamriel I Daedroth! This heart is the heart of the world, for one was made to satisfy the other. You all remember this. It is in every legend. Daedra cannot die, so your so-called gods cannot erase him from your minds completely.
I should use, Alright, we'll use up all the rest of the Dwarven arrows, and then we'll switch to glass arrows. There's no reason not to. And there we go. There's some dude in there.
You wear the bands, but you're no prisoner. Who are you? What are you doing here? Can you really do it? Can you bring this eternal nightmare to an end? Can you defeat Mankar Cameron and free all the souls of the poor fools who followed him? Listen, I can help you. You need my help if you are ever to leave the Forbidden Grotto. I was at the sack of Kvatch. They had no chance. We took them by surprise, and we carried the walls in the first assault. But they fought on anyway, desperately. They seemed to think this decadent, mundane world of theirs was worth defending. I was slain after the battle was over. 3 townsfolk hiding in the cellar attacked me when I entered their house, hunting down survivors. They tore me to pieces, although I have no doubt they were immediately killed by my companions. I've had plenty of time to ponder my deed since I came here. Ponder and regret. An eternity of regret. For my weakness, the Master sent me here to torture my former comrades who showed similar ingratitude for his gift of eternal life.
I don't completely trust this guy, but we'll get his help anyway.
No one wearing the bands of the Chosen can leave this grotto. The doors will not open, and there is no other way out. I can remove them, but I will need time. The Dremora Overseer will be here any minute to check up on me. You need to play along until he leaves. Just act like a prisoner, and do as I say. Once Orthe leaves, we can find a quiet spot to remove these bands. Good. Follow me, and don't worry. You can trust me.
I don't. But we'll play along anyway and see where it goes. Not much of a prisoner when I have a bow.
What's going on here? Who's this?
A prisoner, sent in by...
Show me some respect, worm. Unless you want to end up in the cages with them.
Yes, Kinreeve, sir. This prisoner was sent in by Cathertet for questioning. I was about to begin.
This is not one of Mancok Cameron's chattels from the garden. Who is he?
Nothing escapes your vigilance, Kinreeve. Cathertet wondered as well. This is why he sent him for questioning.
Well, carry on.
Of course, Kinreeve. Prisoner, into the cage, now. Prisoner, get in the cage.
This is not good. Oh good, he's gone.
There's no way for me to cross, but the Master's immortality does have its uses. I will distract the Gomorrah for as long as I can.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been like, it's like, yep, I knew there was something suspicious about that guy. All right. Put it into the wind force. Which way? Let me think, I want to make sure I'm using Blazing Spear. Okay, that's a pretty good spell. Is there anything better I can use, though? $35 points. It's pretty much all I can use. I still can't use this? Unbelievable. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Put it in the Magicka sword. Okay. Oops. Probably the wrong way. Damn. Think this is it? Whoops.
Attack me?
That's our buddy, isn't it?
You made it. I didn't think you'd have any trouble. Let's get these bands off you. There. You're not a prisoner of the Forbidden Grotto any longer. Let me come with you. Let me help you kill Mankar Cameron. I am not without power.
Yeah, come along.
I am no match for Mankar Cameron, but perhaps together we can find a way to defeat him. Lead on.
Yeah. We'll fight alongside
Well
him.
done, champion. Your progress is swift and sure. Perhaps you will reach me after all. You think I mock you? Not at all. In your coming, I hear the footsteps of fate. You are the last defender of decadent Tamriel. I am the midwife of the mythic dawn, Tamriel reborn. I welcome you, if you truly are the agent of fate. I tire of the
Let's see how long he lasts, though.
This ends here.
Is he dead?
Death to Dagon's lackeys.
Oh, I don't have any arrows. Now's a good time to use... Okay, we'll save the glass arrows for the final boss.
Death to Dagon's lackeys.
Death to Dagon's lackeys.
Death to the master. Die, curse! can defeat him. Mankar Temple must be destroyed. Do your worst. You're pathetic. I've fought much more fearsome than you.
They all say the same insults. Mud grabs this, Mud grabs that.
The pain redeems me.
I think he's dead. Oh well, so much for him. He's dead. Oh well. Just like every other NPC in this game. Yeah, I think we saw like a mud crab like in the beginning of the game, and then that was it. I think they go away once you level up. Then you just encounter the more fierce animals. You never see a mud crab again. He has good aim. Oh wow, he's back.
I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
He just resurrected himself. Okay, good. I like that.
Let's put an end to...
I thought you were dead, dude. Finally. This is what I like to see. We could go that way, or we could go towards those D-bags over there.
You did not expect to see me again, did you? You have no grasp of the power that my father has at his command. You think you can stop us? Soon Mehrunes Dagon will walk upon Tamriel for the first time since the Mythic Age, and our victory will be complete. Come. My father is waiting to welcome you to Karak Agayalor.
You think we can do the charm thing on them?
So, here you are at last. The lackey of the Septim Pretender. You still think you have a chance, don't you? We knew you would find your way here eventually, but it is of no consequence. You should not keep my father waiting any longer. He expected you hours ago. Come, you came here to see him, did you not?
that him? That's gotta be him.
I have waited a long time for you, champion of old Tamriel. You were the last gasp of a dying age. You breathed the stale air of false hope. How little you understand. You cannot stop Lord Dagon. The walls between our worlds are crumbling. The mythic dawn grows nearer with every rift in the firmament. Soon, very soon, the lines now blurred will be erased. Tamriel and Oblivion rejoined, the mythic age reborn. Lord Dagon shall walk Tamriel again. The world shall be remade. The new age shall rise from the ashes of the old. My vision shall be realized. Weakness will be purged from the world, and mortal and immortal alike purified in the refiner's fire. My long duel with the Septims is over, and I have the mastery. The Emperor is dead. The Amulet of Kings is mine. And the last defender of the last ragged Septim stands before me, in the heart of my power. Let us see who at last has proved the stronger.
Lord Dagon will welcome your soul in Oblivion!
You are weak like the gods you pray to. The time of cleansing is almost here! Paradise awaits.
Who's on my side?
I will present your soul to my father as a mighty Lord Dagon's victory is at hand.
The doors are breaking!
Not good at all.
Break me down if you can!
Oh great, our buddy's dead. Whoops. Let's see, now would be the time to use this. We'll use this as well.
Strike me down, and my father's power. Your efforts are in vain. Lord Dagon's victory is at hand.
Paradise awaits me.
Test your strength against me, mortal. Strike me down, and my father's power will raise me up again.
For I am immortal here! Paradise awaits me.
That looks like a good ring.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
Strength against strength.
It's nearly over, I think. Okay, now's the time to use this.
My vision will yet be realized.
Die, unbeliever!
Be glad you will not live to see the day of Dagon.
use everything we have. Damn it.
You are do your worst, like the gods you pray to.
I'm assuming that they just keep on getting resurrected by that fucker.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
Dagon will walk Tamriel.
The dawn is breaking!
Father will never be beaten by the fall. I am immortal.
Die, unbeliever!
My vision will yet be realized.
Lord Dagon will welcome your
Good thing we have. Whoops. Oh, great. Why not?
I welcome the contest.
For Lord Dagon!
Fate chose you well.
Lord. Father will never be beaten by the
A worthy foe at last. A worthy foe at last.
Test your strength against me, mortal.
Your cause is already lost. That's better.
The time of...
For Lord Dagon! I'm beyond fear.
My
Do
vision will
your
That's better. Better. Better.
Yeah, I would love to live here. This would be great.
Worthy folk. Oh, Tamriel's Dagon will walk Tamriel. You know better than the others.
I will present your son.
That's better.
Die, unbeliever!
Cause is already lost.
I do not fear death. Die, unbeliever!
Old Tamriel still has some fight left in her.
Dagon's victory is at hand, fool. Paradise awaits.
Old Tamriel still has some fight left in her. That's better.
Your efforts are in vain, mortal.
Oh boy. This guy does not die.
Let's get this over
Worthy
with.
survive.
You're pathetic.
Old Tamriel still has some fight. Dagon.
Die, unbeliever! Die, unbeliever! The dawn is breaking! Awaits. Not good enough, I'm afraid.
You are weak like the gods you pray to.
Better than the others.
Nothing can stop
My vision will yet be realized. Cause is already lost.
Not good enough. I'm afraid.
Your cause is already lost. Dagon will walk Tamriel. That's better.
You are weak like the gods.
Dagon will walk Tamriel. Fate chose you well. Old Tamriel still has some fight left.
Fool, I am immortal here.
Is he dead? I think he's dead. Thank you, Nilavani.
Blades, do homage to Martin's champion.
You found a way back. Does this mean... You did it. You defeated him. Then you have it. You have the Amulet of Kings. Belongs to me. The Amulet of Kings.
He didn't go and get it.
So you and
It belongs
Geoffrey
to
have
me.
said, if it is true, if the Emperor really was my father, then I should be able to wear it. Only those of the Septim blood can wear the Amulet of Kings. Yes, of course. What am I waiting for? After all, this is my destiny. And no man can deny his destiny. I didn't really need the amulet to tell me that. I've known it was true since you first told me back in Kavach.
Yeah, I know,
This is one thing
seriously.
to talk
Fuck
of
this
becoming
guy.
Emperor, and quite another to actually be the Emperor. Not yet. Until we light the dragon fires, the gates are open and Mehrunes Dagon's invasion continues. While you were gone, I sent a messenger to Chancellor Akato. He waits for us in the Imperial City. Chancellor Akato is the head of the Elder Council. The Council rules in the Emperor's absence. I don't expect any objections from the Elder Council, but we should defer to their authority. Let's go to the Imperial City at once, before the enemy can recover from Manka Cameron's death.
Okay, so
Hail.
before we do any of that, we need to sleep and level up. Should be beds over here. Willpower, intelligence. We should try max out speed. It's getting close to being maxed out. Okay. What the hell? What are you doing here?
We should go to... Of course.
Never mind.
Farewell, my friend.
Wow, they were just standing over me while I was sleeping. Fucking creepers. Don't you hate these D-bags? Stealing all our glory. Fuck these guys. Alright, let's just fast travel there, man. You're kind of creepy, man. Like, I just fast traveled here, and here you are. Fuck the Emperor. I'm the Emperor
Welcome
now.
to the Imperial Palace.
Where is Martin? I was told that he had arrived in the capital.
He was right behind me just a second ago. Wow, he's taking his sweet time. That's the problem.
Welcome to the Imperial Palace.
I've been expecting you. The full council has already considered the matter of Martin's claim to the imperial throne in detail. Martin Septim, on behalf of the Elder Council, I accept
Chancellor
your claim
Okato.
to the imperial throne.
Chancellor Okato!
We should...
Chancellor Okato, the city is under attack. Oblivion gates have opened and Daedra are inside the walls. The guard is overwhelmed.
Courage, soldier. We have an emperor again. Your Highness, what are your orders? Shall the guard fall back to the palace?
No. If we let ourselves get besieged in the palace, we're doomed. We must get to the Temple of the One immediately.
As you command, sire. Guards, form up and protect the emperor. To the Temple of the One.
Temple of the One? Oh, it must have broke. Shit. Uh-oh. That's not good. You think we can make it without our wind force, Nilavani? We should have repaired it before we came in here. Alright, you know what? Let's just repair it. Stupid. They can't repair magical items. Unless, like, I level up something.
Welcome to... If it's broken, I can fix it.
We don't have enough to fix everything. Great. Just great. Now we're out of cash. Our armor doesn't have enough. How do we get money?
Perhaps you need new armor. A weapon. I have a large selection of both.
Jeez. We don't have enough money to repair everything. Let's do a quick arena battle. This is ridiculous. Hopefully we can do it.
Let's continue. I'll stay here.
Just wait here, man. Unless you want to get killed in the arena.
Well, we're just not ready.
Ugh.
It takes time to find those
How do we get money?
Well met.
We can sell this garbage. This doesn't give us enough. Oh wait, I do have something I can sell. I know I do.
Let's continue. Lead.
Go in for an old beggar.
Hello there.
Good day. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Okay, cancel it here.
Goodbye.
Yes? I'm listening. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Sell both.
A good price for a good customer.
That's it.
Come.
That's enough.
Be seeing you.
Welcome to... Not smart to carry around broken equipment.
Okay.
Take care.
Now we can do it. Okay.
Sire, Chancellor Okada is expecting. Welcome to the Imperial Palace.
Where is he?
Welcome to the...
I hate how slow he takes.
Welcome to the Imperial Palace.
I've been expecting you. The full council. Martin Septim, on behalf of the Elder Council, I accept your claim to the Imperial throne.
Chancellor Okada!
We should...
Chancellor Okada, the city is under attack. Oblivion gates have opened and Daedra are inside the walls. The guard is overwhelmed.
Courage, soldier. We have an emperor again. Your Highness, what are your orders? Shall the guard fall back to the palace?
No. If we let ourselves get besieged in the palace, we're doomed. We must get to the Temple of the One immediately.
As you command, sire. Guards, form up and protect the emperor. To the Temple of the One.
Now what? Go out this way? Okay. Whoa. There's too many of these guys. Okay.
For the Empire! Bless me!
A lot of dead bodies here. I like it when we actually have some help. Gotta protect the Emperor. Dead again? Why the fuck do they keep saying that? They're trying to make me feel bad just because some idiot gets caught in the crossfire. Oh, he's taking the shortcut this time. Look at this Emperor going through the backwoods areas instead of going through the stone path. Let's go, D-bag. Look at him, like, gesturing, saying, "Come over here, over this way." Now I lead the way. You follow me, D-bag.
Show me what you've got.
I'm to all the guards. Yeah, I mean, at least in Dragon Age 1, like, you have the choice to, like, become Emperor yourself, apparently. I don't know how to do it exactly. I tried to do it last time. And, like, the person who eventually becomes the Emperor is someone that you've been on adventures with. You can choose for him to become the Emperor. So I like that. Am I dead? Ugh, again. Alright, hold on. There might be something else I can do. Where are all the guards, man? We had like 50 guards. Unbelievable. I got knocked into the water too. Man, stay out of the line of fire. Great. And if he dies, then we instantly lose. Great. Great. This is bullshit. That's it. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. You motherfuckers. Can we run past these guys? There's too many of them.
We must get to the temple. Drive them back.
Where are all of our soldiers, though? That's my question. Where are the guards, the other guards? there's the Emperor. We gotta figure out a way to... Okay, maybe we gotta back up to where the autosave was. Maybe we lost too many guards there. See, I hit... Like, every time I hit the Emperor or one of the guards, it's just like, it's such bullshit.
Let's get this over.
That was better. Like, we have more dudes this time. Many more dudes. Let's make sure all the dudes come with us this time. Like, how many dudes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Look at our crew. They're such D-bags. Our crew of 5. What do you think of my crew, Nilavani?
Follow me! The temple is our only hope! Ow!
Yep. Pretty much. Ugh. See this? This better be the last area that we need to do. Because I don't know how I can do better than this. They're all following me. Hey, Chancellor Kato, do something. Hey, Luke. This is the final battle. Final one, and I keep on dying. How you doing, Luke? Like, there's so many fuckers. I'm not sure how to do this. Let's see. There's gotta be something that can help me out. Oh, telekinesis. Let's try lightning storm. Well, so much for lightning storm. Look at all these guys. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Oh no, I can't. Invisible wall. There's some guy, invisible guy attacking me. Any tips? Any tips at all? I don't know. Well, here's the problem. Our crew doesn't come in. Our crew is still at the other side. Wait a minute, hold on. Our crew never comes in. That's the problem. Here's the crew. Okay, crew, you go in next. Go ahead. You too.
Just made it through to the palace. The market district.
No,
was
you go
swarming
in
with Daedra.
too.
The
Go
Daedra
in.
seemed to come out of nowhere. Come on.
Yes, come on. Go through. See, that's the reason why we keep dying, because these two idiots are cowards, and they wait over here. These motherfuckers. Ugh. Sick and tired of the cowards.
This is the part where you.
Ugh. I don't even know what hit me there.
I heard that Oblivion.
I tried. It didn't regenerate yet. Every time I have like a chance, then the Emperor gets fucked. Either I die or the Emperor dies. And it's fucking bullshit every damn time. Look, there's only 2 archers here. Where are the sword guys?
The Daedra seem to come out of nowhere.
Okay, now there only 1 archer was left behind. See, now we have more here. What? Dagon's here? There he is.
We're too late. Mehrunes Dagon is here. Lighting the dragon fires will no longer save us. The barriers that protected us from Oblivion are gone.
I don't see how. Mortal weapons may hurt him, but now that he is physically here in Tamriel, they have no power to actually destroy him. Wait, yes. The amulet was given to mortals by Akatosh. It contains his divine power. But how to use this power against Dagon? The amulet was not intended as a weapon. I have an idea, one last hope. I must reach the Dragonfires and the Temple of the One. You'll just have to trust me. I know now what I was born to do, but I'll need your help. I have to get past Mehrunes Dagon somehow. Then I'll do the rest. Lead on, my friend. I'm with you.
He needs to follow us. And we're dead. Well, hold on. Yeah, we can just avoid all these guys. We don't need to fight them.
We're too late.
We just have to get him past that guy. That's it. That's all we had to do. Nilavani, you gave me inaccurate information. It's telling us to go inside here. Here. How do we get up? What do we do now? Oh, it's doing it.
I do what I must do. I cannot stay to rebuild Tamriel. That task falls to others. Farewell. You've been a good friend in the short time that I've known you. But now I must go. The dragon waits. The amulet is shattered.
That's it.
Dagon is defeated. With the dragon's blood.
I'm still trying to figure out whether Nilavani intentionally trolled me.
The gates of Oblivion. Forever. The last of the Septims passes now into history. I go gladly, for I know my sacrifice is not in vain. I take my place with my father, and my father's fathers. The Third Age has ended, and a new age dawns. When the next Elder Scrolls
Why? Why would you do that?
Inscribed. The shape of the future, the fate of the Empire. These things now belong to you.
Yeah, right.
What happened? Where's Martin? I must congratulate him. Mehrunes Dagon is defeated. Cast back into Oblivion. We've won!
There's Martin right there. Turned into a... He was petrified.
What do you mean? Gone? We saw the temple dome explode. The avatar of Akatosh appear. That was Martin? The joined blood of kings and gods. The amulet of kings. The divine power of Akatosh. Then Martin is gone. Yes, sealed forever. Mehrunes Dagon and his ilk can never threaten Tamriel again. Martin is dead, but he died an emperor and a hero to rival Tiber Septim. This victory is not without cost. We've lost Martin Septim. What an emperor he might have made. His sacrifice was necessary, but it leaves the Empire without an emperor. I don't know what happens now. There are troubled times ahead for the Empire. But now is not the time to worry about the future. Let's just give thanks that we're alive. In my capacity as Lord High Chancellor of the Elder Council, I hereby proclaim you Champion of Cyrodiil. And, as a small token of gratitude for your service to the Empire, I have ordered a suit of Imperial Dragon armor made for you.
It's probably heavy, though. Quest added. Are you kidding me?
You have earned the highest rank possible in the Order of the Dragon, the illustrious Order of Imperial Knights, founded by Tiber Septim himself. It is a high honor. Only 6 other champions have been awarded in the history of the Empire.
Yeah, he was the shortest emperor to ever reign. Like, I think his reign lasted a day, and then he died. It's light armor? Oh, good.
We are now the stewards of the Empire. We can hold the Empire together in the short term. But to be honest, I don't know what will happen. The provinces have been restive for years, even before the latest crisis. With no legitimate claimant for the Dragon Throne, troubled times lie ahead. Imperial Dragon armor is normally worn only by the Emperor himself, but you deserve no less, champion. I know he's gone. As the Chancellor of the Elder Council, my concern now is how to choose his successor.
That would be me.
The dragon will stand forever as a memorial to what you and Martin did for all of Tamriel.
Is that, like, it? Is... let's see. What about the dragon armor? Is that it? What kind of ending is that? No credits, no nothing? That's literally it? That's the end? What kind of fucking ending is that? And then our dragon armor is gonna be at the armory in 2 weeks.
Oh, hello.
Jeez, what kind of fucking ending is that? Do we need a...
Pardon me. I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
Where are my manners? I'm Rossa Norvalo. My husband, Gillen, has requested that I find you and ask if you'd assist him.
I'm busy.
Oh, I see.
Like, Order of the Virtuous Blood? Is that part of the main quest? That's not a main quest. That's a side quest, right? So we have to wait 2 weeks for the armor, right?
I've not read that yet. It's a shame there isn't more time to spend.
The avatar of Akatosh himself? We're alive.
Farewell.
Is there a way to get out of here? Directly? This leads to the Arboretum.
You have my ear, citizen.
We might as well just see. Shivering Isles, that's the DLC, right? Where's the Shivering Isle? How do we go there? We'll just look at it. We're not gonna do it. Maybe one day, but I doubt it. Where is it? Yeah, I wanna get the armor right now. Door in Nibbin Bay. It's probably near the bottom, right? There it is.
Excuse me, my lord.
And it crashed. That's crash number 7. It's unbelievable.
Greetings to you.
Alright, while we make our way there, Nilavani, can you organize the 4 main things I wanted to talk about, the 4 main criticisms I've had about this game? Just write them down for me so I remember. It's, number 1 would be bugs, namely the crashes. Number 2 would be the game does not organize side quests and main quests properly. Number 3, key items are not fast travel. Yeah, that's it. Number 3 would be key items. You can sometimes sell a key item that's necessary for the main quest. And the fast travel problem. That would be number 4. Those are the 4 main problems we have. I don't know who you are.
Here comes another one.
Madness. Why? Everything.
Can't talk now. That door has been making noises again. No telling what's coming out.
No, go.
I can't go in.
I won't go back. You can't make me go back. I'll kill you all. You're all going to die.
Stay back. This one's final.
Wow, why are they fighting? What's the deal? Why can't I go in? Oh, we have to watch this? See, like, this is stupid. Like, this does not even look like it's a scripted scene. It just looks weird, like they're fighting for no reason. You know, if it's gonna be a scripted scene that we need to watch, why doesn't it just turn into a cutscene? I hate stuff like that. That's gonna be number 5. Because I see this stuff happen all the time. If you want to show me a cutscene, then show me a real cutscene. We can help the guard. We'll wait, I guess. I don't want to do anything to act like ruin the game state, because like even little things can ruin the game state in this game. Okay. He's still alive.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm!
Okay, that's it.
I'd stay back from that door if I were you. Nothing that's gone in has come out right. I don't know where it came from, and I don't want to. Those who've gone in have come back out wrong. I'm just here to warn folks to stay away. Look for yourself. Their brains are addled. Got no sense. Perfectly normal people went in there. And this is what's come out. Ha! It's your funeral. I'm just here to warn people, not keep them out. Go ahead in. I'll be here to clean up the mess when you come out.
Ugh. I can't believe that's a scripted scene.
Unworthy, unworthy! Useless mortal meat! Walking bag of dung! A nice effort, though. Shame he's dead. These things happen.
It won't open.
I still say steer clear of that.
I don't know. It won't open.
Really? Do come in. It's lovely in the Isles right now. Perfect time for a visit.
Unbelievable. Like, this is so dumb. Like, why would you do that?
Let's be civil, shall we? Please, have a seat. Yes, what can I do for you? Yes, you have entered, and now you are here. Amazing. Truly. You approach the Shivering Isles. Through the door behind me lies the realm of Sheogorath, Prince of Madness, Lord of the Never There.
Yeah, this was the only time sitting down was ever actually used in a practical way.
I am Haskell, Chamberlain to the Lord Sheogorath. Because my lord wills it to be so. It poses no danger to Mundus. No compact has been violated. It is a doorway, an invitation. Perhaps you will accept it for what it is. For you? I do not know. My lord seeks a mortal to act as his champion. As for his intent, to attempt to fathom it is a foolish endeavor. His will is his own. His reality follows suit. You are here because you chose to enter. You were not summoned. They entered this realm and were ill prepared. Their minds are now the property of my lord. Cured? You speak as if they are diseased. They live now in another state of being. Perhaps it is you who needs a cure. You do as you will. You may leave the way you entered. Your life will be none the worse for your time spent here. Or you may continue onward through the door behind.
Okay. Let's just go. Why can't I go? Ugh. What the fuck?
Let's be sick.
Why isn't it fucking working?
Well, fine.
For fuck's sake. Ugh. Alright, finally. This does look pretty cool. Like, it just took forever for it to fucking work. Which drove me nuts. Alright. I like the colors. Reminds me of Morrowind with the giant mushrooms and stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's a whole new area to explore. That's pretty cool. So Luke, now that you've seen Oblivion, and you've seen the end of Oblivion, you think you might come back to this game and try to beat it? Yeah. I like the new enemy guys we're seeing on the overworld. That's pretty cool. Wonder what it looks like during the day. I like the pink in the sky. I want to see what it looks like during the day. Yeah, you should beat Breath of the Wild, then maybe come back to this. Looks great. I like the color, the green, the greenery. Isn't there another DLC? I don't know if you noticed, Luke, but actually we have some graphical mods installed. They're very slight. It just cleans up the menus and stuff. So this is all cleaned up. You can fit more stuff in to the menus. The resolution of the textures are higher. Just a little bit. It's not a huge, like, change. To the untrained eye, you know, you would look at this and you might say, oh, you're not running this with mods. But I am. It's just not like 1,000 mods. I was looking at some of the mods on YouTube, and like to make it look really, really nice, you need to install like 1,000. And it was like 13 parts, and you know, it just would have taken so long, and we were so close to beating the game anyway, so I was just like, there's no point. I think maybe for Skyrim we'll do that. I might sit down and actually spend the time to install like all the mods to make it look really nice. But for Oblivion, this will just have to do. But I'm glad we were able to install some mods. Notice the difference in menus and map? Yeah. The differences in the actual world itself are a little bit less noticeable. There might be like some improvement here, like these textures. I'm not really sure. Like, not all the textures have been redone. That's the other thing. But like these textures are higher resolution and a little bit more detail. So just a little bit sharper. The water looks a little bit better. Alright. Knights of the Nine's another DLC, so it's like another world. I guess that's it then. That's all I wanted to look at. Doesn't look like you can fast travel everywhere like you can in the real game. How do I get out? It's over there. Yeah, I just wanted to take a quick look at it. This looks great, actually. I really love it. I love the way this looks. If we weren't in a hurry to play new games, we would play this. Maybe one day we could come back and play the DLC. I'll have to make sure. I am gonna uninstall this game after we're done. But I'll have to make sure I keep the saves. I'll make sure to do that. And maybe one day we can come back and play the DLC or something. We'll see. You have to discover the places here, unlike the main game. Playing in past the mini boss. You get into the next area and it's really beautiful. Oh, cool. I mean, this area looks cool too. Like, it's different from the rest of the world. Like, the rocks here look different, and that thing over there looks different and looks cool. It's like I said, like, it just bothered me that a cutscene didn't play when it should have. So what do you think? Should we wait 2 weeks and just get the armor so we can get the... Will anything happen if we get the armor? Will, like, credits roll, or will a cutscene play or anything? Or is it just we get the armor and then that's it? Nothing happens. Okay. In that case, we'll just do the review and close it up. How's that sound? This looks nice. Hey, PR. How are you doing? You came just in time for the ending. Let me just kill this guy. I think he has glass armor. He's supposed to have glass armor. Alright. Let me put the game into review mode. Put the stream into review mode, I mean. Oh, one more thing. We need to turn down the volume. What's going on? Okay. Let me just turn down the volume. Let me get away from this guy first, though. Alright, we'll kill him. Did he come back to life or something? He died in one hit. Alright. Let's do a little review of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So, where do I begin? I guess I want to preface the review by saying that I'm going to be reviewing this game or assessing it from 2 different perspectives. I am going to review it based upon how fun the game is, how good the game is, by 2019 standards, which is the time when I'm reviewing this. But I'm also going to temper it by understanding that this game came out in 2006, and it was a very different time back then, and the standards have since surpassed what this game established at the time. There's been so much development in the open world genre, so I think it's important to take into account both perspectives. Okay. Um, so yeah, I consider Oblivion to be kind of like Morrowind 2.0. That's what it reminds me of the most, more than anything else. Like it feels very similar to Morrowind, except improved in every aspect. Every problem I had with Morrowind, this game improves upon it. And it strengthens the strengths of Morrowind even further. So the strengths of Morrowind, of course, were just the exploration, the open world. That was the biggest difference between Morrowind and Daggerfall. Daggerfall had an open world, but it was lifeless and there was nothing to do on it. Morrowind gave you an open world where there was actually like something to explore. And this game takes that and just makes it bigger and more detailed, makes the graphics nicer, a little bit, and also adds full voice acting. One of the biggest problems I had with Morrowind was the lack of voice acting and the fact that everything just kind of felt tacked on, like the menus in that game. You look at the menus in this game, and I'm using a mod which improves them, but even the original menus looked all right. But the menus in Morrowind, it felt like Windows, the Windows in actual like Windows 95 and stuff like that. Like it looked that bad. So it just had this like veneer of cheapness that I really didn't like. And since there was no voice acting in the game, it took away from the immersion of the world that you were in. Whereas Oblivion helps cement that immersion and makes you feel like you're playing a real game as opposed to just like a tech demo. Um, so, every character is voice acted. Now, in all fairness, like, they repeat the voice actors over and over again. Like, you're going to hear the same voice actor voicing, um, so many different characters. But that's to be expected when you have a game this big. So the real strength of the Elder Scrolls games is with the questing, the sheer amount of the sheer amount of content that there is in the game, and that's definitely the best part of the game. The worst part of the game is actually the main quest itself. When you stick to the main quest and try to complete it, it's really boring, and that's a big problem, and I think it's tied to the poor story. I'm not like a real big fan of Elder Scrolls in general. I like the games, but I don't know much about the universe. And anyone who's playing these games for the first time, they're going to be lost when it comes to the lore and the universe. And that's okay, but the story is just bland. Like, there's nothing to the story in these games. Like, it's conveyed with like convoluted lore. There's some books you can read, and that's great. But the way it conveys the story to the player is very poor, especially when you compare it to other RPGs at the time, and came before it, like Knights of the Old Republic and Dragon Age. They are able to convey much, much better story than the Elder Scrolls games ever have. And so this is a complaint that applies, even back in 2006, and it applies just as much now. With the main quest, you don't spend too much time on the open world doing stuff, which is where the fun is. You spend most of your time in dark, dank dungeons, which are visually boring. You know, dungeons are just, I mean, they're by design boring. And that's one thing I wish they kind of limited more. And in all fairness, the game tried to liven that up with the Oblivion Gate. So that's the big appeal to Oblivion. That's what it's actually named after, the Oblivion Gates. And the Oblivion Gates are basically dungeons that are red. And at first they look cool, but the sheer amount of them, there becomes a very sameness to them. They look very samey. They all kind of look the same. And when you're doing so many, especially back to back, and you're gonna need to do some for the main quest. Luckily, you don't need to do them all because there's so many. It's gonna grate on you. In all fairness, though, I mean, they do look visually better than like just a dank dungeon that's dark and in a crypt or whatever. But any time you're exposed to too much of the same thing over and over again, yeah, it's gonna grate on you. Luckily, for some of the optional Oblivion gates, you do get some pretty cool rewards. So that definitely helps out a lot when it incentivizes doing dungeons and stuff like that. I also like how you can do side quests that give you like really powerful relics and items that can help you out, like the lockpick. So that's a pretty cool way to incentivize doing side stuff, which is, of course, the main attraction to this game. The main attraction to this game is not the main quest, it's doing all the side stuff. But I wish that it did both. So the combat, compared to Morrowind, I was talking about Morrowind before. The combat in Morrowind was definitely the weakest part of that game. And Oblivion actually improves upon the combat a little bit, but not by much. For something, I mean, and the thing is, you're doing combat like 80% of the time in this game. It's a big part of the game. It is technically an action RPG. But the combat is just not very good. The biggest improvement it has over Morrowind is that every single one of your attacks, like if I equip my sword, every time I swing at the enemy, it's going to hit. But that's literally the only difference. In Morrowind, when you would swing at the enemy, most of your attacks would actually miss and wouldn't do any damage. And that had a big psychological impact on the player. Because it felt like you were doing nothing. You were just hitting air all the time, even though you were right in front of the enemy. It still didn't do anything. So Oblivion fixed that, which is something they should have implemented in Morrowind right from the start. But other than that, it's still the same. You still fight enemies in the same way. You just keep on clicking until the enemy's dead. And that's basically it. You can like hold down the mouse button to do these like charged attacks. You can kind of strafe left and right and do some kind of disarm attack. But honestly, like it never worked for me. I tried doing it. It never worked. And I'm assuming that if you keep on leveling it up, you'll uh, get some more attacks or whatever. But none of them are really all that interesting. The magic, I don't know. I beat the game and I tried to do magic, but honestly, the magic, it looks lame. Like, this is one of the more powerful attacks in the game, I guess. And it visually looks lame. Even back in 2006, this just kind of is generic looking to me. I kind of expect more from my RPGs to have more visually impressive spells, but I never got one that looked decent. Maybe there are and I just didn't encounter it. But I'm just talking about what I experienced, and I never saw a spell that looked more visually impressive than this. So that's pretty disappointing. Um, yeah, I was a bow character mostly, had some spells. The bows, just it's about standard. You can move and shoot at the same time. You don't have to stand still, so that's nice. Um, but yeah, overall combat is pretty much garbage in this game. And it's something that they definitely need to improve upon. And from what I understand, they did improve upon it in Skyrim just a little bit, and they need to continue doing that because I just don't think it cuts it. Um, Now I mentioned a little bit about how it stacks up in 2019. You know, there's been so much development in the open world genre that a lot of the things that made this game special are no longer special, right? But at the time in 2006, this vast area, you had a huge map to explore. Um, but these days, yeah, we have a lot of open world games, but there's still some appeal, I think, to a game like this because even you have other open world games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Far Cry 3, and stuff like that. When you have an open world RPG like this, you just the, the appeal of an Elder Scrolls game over something like Witcher 3 is the sheer amount of quests. There's still more quests to do in this game. And while they may not be as detailed as some of the stuff you might find in other games, there's just so much to do, and some of it's pretty decent and has decent rewards. So I think that's the real appeal of this game that stands the test of time a little bit, even compared to the competition that have improved upon this. Um, so there were four major complaints I wanted to make about this game, and I'm going to delineate them right now. Um, the one major complaint that applies irrespective of time, whether it was 2006 or 2019 or whatever, are the glitches. This game crashed a total of 7 times on me, and that is so unacceptable. That is after all the patches, including a fan patch, and it still crashes. And what that does to you is it puts you in the habit of always saving. So like I'll always go into here, make a save, and then I have a whole bunch of saves just in case it crashes on me so I don't lose too much progress. And that gets annoying. The game does autosave, but it doesn't autosave enough to compensate for the crashes, and anything more than 0 is unacceptable. Some nice ragdolls there. I want to comment on some of the animations since I just saw that now. Okay, the game is gonna have like some kind of chunky graphics. The animations are gonna be really stiff and kind of weird. Um, I can mostly forgive that since it's 2006. It's a 2006 game. Um, but at the very least, like this bow I have right now, it has the ability to knock enemies down, and it just uses the same death animation as the knockdown animation. So when you knock enemies down, you can't tell that they've been knocked down or if they died. And it should have been different. So I can forgive the chunky graphics, the low poly models, and the stiff animations, but I can't forgive that. You might say that's a little thing, but I'm sure there's more issues related to animations taking you out of the game and also kind of interfering with the gameplay. Um, so the second big problem I have with this game is the fast travel system. So in Morrowind, I guess people complained that you couldn't fast travel easily enough. So instead they went in the complete opposite direction. So now you can fast travel anywhere you want, almost. Like any city, yeah, you can fast travel to it whether you've been there already or not. And this, in my opinion, breaks the game. It's like you've created such a vast open world. Why? Why do you ruin it with having such cheap and easy to use fast travel? You know, some other games implement some restrictions on it. The most logical one, of course, would be you have to go to the location first before you can fast travel to it. In this game, they don't do that. You can fast travel all you want, whether you've been there first or not, and that really takes away from the exploration. You don't spend a lot of time on the open world if you're just, you can. What's the point? You can always fast travel, so why bother? You know, and I had to like just I intentionally did not use the fast travel several times just because I wanted to appreciate the world because it's gorgeous. It looks great. Why would I want to ruin it by fast traveling everywhere, which you can do right from the start of the game? It makes the world feel less vast and open. All right. So that's number 2. Okay, number 3 big complaint that I have is it doesn't organize the quests properly. It just kind of jumbles them up for you. So here's like all the quests that we can do, but it doesn't organize them. It doesn't organize them into main quests and side quests, and that makes it disorganized. So I don't know what's actually a main quest because like it's throwing so much information at me. I don't know what's going on with the story. So it would have just been nice for them to organize between the two, which is like a standard feature. The other and the fourth major problem I had with the game was you can sell. There was one instance where you can sell a key item that's necessary for the main quest. It was not a key item. Now, this game does have quest items, but for some reason, there was a essential item that you couldn't easily acquire. It was like some book, um, and it allowed me to sell it, so I did. And when it turned out, oh, wait a minute, I actually need that book. I thought I was done with the book. Like, I'm not completely stupid. I thought I was done with the book. I didn't need it anymore. And I wanted to sell it because I needed the cash and also because it weighed a lot. And weight is a big issue in this game. You're always being encumbered, so weight management is important. You want to get rid of any useless crap as quickly as possible. So I sold it, and then I basically ruined the game state. It was technically possible to recover it because I think you could acquire it uh, somewhere else, but it was not. It's not easy to acquire it again. And I had to eventually just use a console command. I had to use a cheat in order to get the book back. And I hate doing that. I don't want to have to do that just to make up for an oversight on game design. And I'm amazed that that went through, like bug testing. That should have been a quest item. There's no reason why it shouldn't have been a quest item. And it's just such an obvious thing to have. So that's my fourth major complaint. Um, there's like some other little things like that detract away from like this being a true like cinematic experience because it really isn't. And it should be. Uh, it doesn't have cinematics. It has scripted scenes, and I would encounter some, and I wouldn't even know that they were scripted scenes. And I just feel like it doesn't have that. Elder Scrolls games don't have that extra layer of polish to make the game feel like a total experience. They always just keep you in the first person perspective, and I really disagree with that. I think that there is a place for having cutscenes and things, um, which just add that extra layer of polish and make it feel like this isn't just some guy's beta game sitting on his desktop and you're just kind of like beta testing it, the Elder Scrolls games have a reputation of feeling rough and constantly in a state of feeling unfinished. And yeah, that it's just one thing that I think that they should improve upon and finally add in Elder Scrolls games. Um, Now I actually played Fallout 3 after this. Excuse me, before this, a long time ago. And a lot of people said Fallout 3 was basically Elder Scrolls with guns. But since I played that game first, this game to me feels like Fallout 3 except with swords. And for me personally, I prefer Fallout 3 for a couple of reasons. I think the gameplay, I think they kind of polished out, the quirks with this game engine. They managed to improve the graphics a little bit, um, and they helped polish it up a little bit more to make it feel more like a real game, like a real cinematic experience, a real experience. I like the world more. I'm more of a Fallout fan, so I just prefer the lore in that game and the story. Um, but I think, yeah, I mean, overall, I just prefer that game um, over Oblivion. Now, I've done a lot of criticizing of Oblivion, but I do like this game, It's still a good game. I think it's best played if you're just kind of doing the side quests, exploring, and not really sticking to the main quest, because the main quest is just terrible. But I enjoyed my time with it. Enemy design is pretty cool. I mean, you're seeing this guy right now. Even though they're low poly, they're low 2006 graphics. I like the aesthetic. It's pretty neat. I want to also emphasize that I am reviewing this game as if it wasn't modded. Now, you may have noticed I am using some mods, cleaned up the textures on some of the surfaces and in the menus, but I am reviewing this game as if it was completely untouched, as it was released back in 2006. So I am fully prepared to admit that the modern version of Oblivion is a completely different game. It could very well be a completely different game if you keep on adding like 1,000 mods, which improve the graphics dramatically and add a ton of content. It's kind of like Doom in that respect, in that it really isn't fair to consider it to be like the same kind of game. It really isn't. It's a different game, and that game could very well be much better, but that's not the game that I'm reviewing. Okay, so that's Oblivion. I think it's a pretty good game. It's not bad, but I think in 2019 there's better open world games out there. But that's to be expected. And that's all I gotta say. Hey, a mud crab. Good place to end the stream. So, I guess that's it. What you guys think? Thank you, Nilavani. Any disagreements? Anyone want to disagree with my assessment? Love this game? I'm glad you love it, and I'm glad you told me before you were really enjoying the stream, and I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I see X-Infected had to bail out in the middle of my review. That's okay. It must be pretty late for him. Any disagreements? Did I say anything that was kind of unfair? Definitely got you revitalized for playing again. Yeah, I really hope you do. If you want, maybe you could even stream it. If you need some help, I can stop by your place and I can help you set up stuff for streaming if you want. And you can stream this game if you want, because I think it would be a cool game to stream, or you could just play it offline or whatever. Once you finish Breath of the Wild, you can come back to this game and finish it up. Maybe you can add some mods to it too. Hold some of the same criticisms. Main disagreements that Fallout 3 is better, yeah, and that's totally fine. That is a personal preference thing, and I should have mentioned that when I mentioned it. That is by no means like the only thing you could say objectively about that is I think objectively they polished up the graphics a little bit more, just a little bit. It's using the same engine, but it definitely looks better from what I remember. It's been a while, but yeah, I remember it looking better. And I remember being more enthralled with the world that it created. I know you said that like everything looks the same, it's just all one like destroyed wasteland, but from what I remember like being more compelled with its world and fascinated with it. Don't really have much experience with other Elder Scrolls games, and I didn't start playing until around 2012. Oh, you started playing Oblivion in 2012? So that was 6 years after it came out. Yeah, my first Elder Scrolls game was Daggerfall. But I didn't beat it at the time. I finally beat it like 3 years ago, along with Morrowind. And now I beat Oblivion. So that's Daggerfall down, Morrowind down, Oblivion down. The only thing left is Morrowind, and we will stream Morrowind sometime. I, let's not say like anytime soon. Maybe we might be able to get around to it before the end of the year, but we'll see. Like the thing is I get burned out um, on these kinds of games if I play them for so long, and we've been playing this game for a long time. What did I say? Didn't I say Skyrim? We'll get around to Skyrim at some point. But yeah, up next will be oh, I said Morrowind. See, that's my dyslexia kicking in, Nilavani. That's what I was telling you about before. Okay, yeah, we'll get around to Skyrim at some point. One thing that has always stood out to me, and I understand why it's this way, is how limited the dialogue from NPCs is as far as voice stuff goes. I saw Mudcrab, or have you heard about the High Elves or whatever? Largely the same in every place you go. NPCs just feel like slightly more advanced versions of what we got in old RPGs, very fake and flat. Yeah, and I should have expounded upon that. I probably was like thinking about doing that in my review. I mentioned a little bit about the voice acting, and I probably just forgot to go into that. But yeah, that's a very good point, and I agree. Um, Even though everything is voiced, most of what they're saying is just nonsense. It's repeated stuff, and I wish I mentioned that during my review, um, because that's absolutely a valid criticism. There's just so many NPCs, and when you have so many NPCs, inevitably, like they can't say anything interesting or compelling or original every single time. I did mention how they use the same voice act for a lot of the same guys. But yeah, that also helps take away from the immersion of making it feel like a real universe you can immerse yourself in. But yeah, it's better than Morrowind, absolutely. Better than Horizon Zero Dawn? I don't think so. I don't think so, Nilavani. I got bad news for you, Nilavani. You know what's better than Oblivion? Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm playing Witcher 3 offline, and that's pretty good too. There's some things that this game actually does better than Witcher 3 though. Like there's more quests. Witcher 3, like you have quests, but they're not told to or it's not like conveyed too organically. You know, like in this game, you mostly find your side quests um, by you know, like talking to people and asking for rumors and stuff like that. So that's kind of neat. Whereas like in Witcher 3, you have to go to the quest board and then they just kind of all get presented to you there. And I guess that's like a more streamlined way, but less organic. Yeah, hopefully you can play it. We'll stream it one day, and you'll see how amazing that game is. It's one of the greatest games of all time. Another game should play is the second Tomb Raider. Absolutely, yeah. I love the rebooted Tomb Raider games. I played. We streamed the first game. That was one of the first games we streamed. Um, so we'll stream the second one and we'll stream the third one as well. We'll do that. Um, as for what's next is we're gonna do Shantae next week. My friend Tomboy said she's gonna be available like around 7:30 my time. So is it okay if we stream that at night, Nilavani? Will you be around at night, like next Wednesday or Thursday? Not sure how long that game is. I remember we streamed the original, not the original, but Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Um, I think we did that in one day. So it might be possible to actually finish that game in one day, depending on how long we stream it. Maybe we could stream it a little earlier and then Tomboy could come in like in the middle of it. We'll see. All right. Any final thoughts? Anyone have any final words of parting? Any parting words? Do we want to come back to this one day and do the DLC like maybe a couple years from now? I'm not saying we're gonna do this like we're gonna do the DLC for this like maybe like some like in the next month or so. No, no. But maybe like in like 2 years we might do the DLC for this. No final thoughts from Nilavani. There you go. I know we talked about doing the DLC for Morrowind, but we'll play Skyrim before that. All right. So, I guess that's it. How long have we been streaming for? Let me see. Yeah, hopefully. In that case, oh, we've been streaming for a little over 3 hours. Okay. Yeah, maybe one day we'll do the DLC for this. We'll see. But we'll do Skyrim at some point. Maybe we might be able to do it before the end of the year, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be next year. But we'll do it sooner or later. All right, so that's it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nilavani. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, X Infected. Thank you, PR. It's an honor and a pleasure. And hope to see you guys next time. Next week will be Shantae. So have a good night.